Wrong with him? Tell him. Why these niggas?
He said, I don't recall.
I don't recall. I don't recall.
He recall. All the time, and y'all bashing me. By Allah, every Muslim on here know that it's our duty to convey the message to mankind. We cannot deprive a person from that. We can't. And if a saying differently, then they out of the state of Islam. If any saying different, they out of the state of Islam. They commit shirk.
Urban Artificial Intelligence Strategic Thinking Media Platform. Ralo recently responded to some online conversations he was having. A lot of backlash about him linking up with Lil Woody and Ysl Mondo. This was kind of crazy. I did not see this coming. If y'all know the history of what's going on here, these are two guys in Ysl Mondo and Lil Woody who beefed before. They kind of had a seemingly serious back and forth online, going back and forth, calling each other different names, disrespecting each other. This kind of came out of nowhere. I wasn't expecting to see this, although I'm glad this happened. I did some content about this, and the way that this was going, the way that these two were going back and forth, the things that was being said specifically, I felt could eventually lead to violence. That's what the video was about, how this could possibly lead to violence, this beef. And this is two people who were in the same gang, just at different times. They both was around and heavily involved in YSL, but they was just both in YSL at different times. Mondo was first, Woody came after. They both knew each other. They both been around each other because they both knew Young Thug. So this was something that was kind of brewing for a minute, but I'm glad to see that it's over. Now, what I did not expect to see as well as Ralo being involved in this. Now, if y'all have any information on how this came about, I haven't seen that, I haven't heard that, I haven't read that. Y'all get in the comments and let me know. How did this come about, and how did Ralo insert himself in this? Now, this is where a lot of the backlash for Ralo is coming from. Is this clout chasing? Do y'all consider this clout chasing? Or is he trying to mend a relationship that he feel could have turned fatal if it wasn't mended quick enough? Get in the comments and let me know. I also want to talk about just Ralo, how he inserts himself into certain situations and how he controls the algorithm. Ralo has been controlling the algorithm for a while now. He's been able to insert himself in certain situations and be talked about. And it's kind of hard to tell whether he's doing this out of the kindness of his heart or if he's attempting to go viral. Is he doing this specifically to go viral? I want y'all to get in the comments and let me know, because this is where the majority of this backlash is coming from. People not understanding Ralo's end game. What's the true meaning of him being around in these pivotal moments? Now, Ralo spoke out on Lil Woody before online, kind of sneak dissing him, comparing to how people treat Ralo to how people treat Lil Woody. Now Ralo had the snitch allegations and he had some allegations, but there was really nothing in black and white to say that he told or put anybody in jail. Versus Lil Woody's situation, obviously he cooperated with the police, he identified Young Thug and said YSL was a gang. We all know about that. We all know the history of that situation. Now, Ralo spoke out against Lil Woody about a year or so ago, saying that he's a rat, but he gets to walk around the city. People like him. He's going on interviews. He's doing a lot of social media things. He's doing the 20 versus 1, the pop the balloon shows. He's everywhere. And he actually told people are not rocking with me. People are afraid to get next to me, but it's only snitch allegations. I never told on anybody, and it's only speculation. What do y'all think about that? Does that give Ralo the go? Does that give him the green light to kind of act any type of way and align himself with anybody he wants because he feel like the community and the streets did him wrong? I want y'all to get in the comments and let me know. If he felt like he was being shunned and treated unfairly, then does he get to say fuck the rules? Y'all get in the comments and let me know. Woody taking a stand against Young Thug is the same reason why Ysl Mondo didn't like him. The same type of attacks online. Theirs went a little bit further, or they said some super disrespectful things, but it's good to see them get past this. Does this have anything to do with the Muslim religion? Is the religion of Islam what brought them together? I want to know because I didn't see this coming. And I do feel like this is a good thing. I don't want it to get confused. I'm not down in this unity. It's just a lot of questions here specifically about Ralo. That's where the majority of the backlash is coming from, where Ralo fits in the situation and some of the things that Ralo said a little bit before and a little bit after the meeting. Ralo kind of went into a rant about how nobody gonna mess with Lil Woody. Nobody has done anything to him since he been riding around the city of Atlanta on a four-wheeler with no helmet. Nobody's gonna touch him. Nobody's gonna hurt him. Nobody's gonna kill him. And even if they do, Ralo still wouldn't respect him because they took too long. I want y'all to get in the comments and let me know what y'all think about that post. If you Lil Woody, how does this post make you feel? I'm not saying Lil Woody's a bitch and he's supposed to be scared, but how does this make you feel? To me, it feels like Ralo is kind of antagonizing people. This is a comment that just didn't need to be said. Talking about people killing somebody who was supposedly your newfound homeboy, a guy who you just ended any type of tension or bad energy you had with. But after that meeting, to get on the internet and say, ain't nobody gonna kill him, and even if y'all do kill him, I'm not gonna respect you. Why say that? All right, why say that? It's not up to me to say whether it's right or wrong. But when you post things like that, there are going to be questions. People are saying it's just a lot of contradiction in the way Ralo is moving. We remember he ridiculed a lot of different people, a lot of different artists for hanging with Big Meech amid his cooperation allegations. All right, he went at people who was hanging with Big Meech. He was calling out people who was going to perform at Big Meech concert. But here he is hanging with somebody who testified in court against somebody else. Is that right or wrong? Not for me to decide. Not really up to me to be the judge. I'm just delivering the news. And this is a strategic thing in media platform. So we have to think strategically about this. Y'all get in the comments and let me know, is it okay for Ralo to align himself with Lil Woody after calling out people for aligning themselves with Big Meech? These are the type of things that people have issues with Ralo. These are the type of contradictions that people call out Ralo for. All right, he'll say things that people shouldn't do, but he kind of does what he wants. If you somebody who do what you want to do, you should not be, it shouldn't hurt you to see that quality in other people. You should allow other people to do what they want to do because you know the type of person you are. You know you do what you want to do. For whatever reason that Ralo linked up with Lil Woody, nobody is able to judge that. Whatever he's seen in Lil Woody that made him want to connect with him, that's a connection that they have. But the same is true for the people who wanted to rock out with Big Meech. Whether they feel like Big Meech told or not, they still felt some type of loyalty and felt some type of substance in his character. So they wanted to rock with him the same way that you are rocking with Woody, man. So you got to have some type of empathy for people and you got to understand where people are coming from. Nobody's perfect and we all contradict ourselves in certain ways at times, but we got to stay consistent with some things, man. But I want y'all to get in the comments and let me know what y'all think about this. What's going to happen next? Are we going to see these three together? Are we going to see these three doing an interview, a sit down? I seen a little clip of Ralo speaking about how he was locked up with YSL Woody, how he knew him for a while. He knew him since back in the day. What would y'all think about them doing an interview together? What would y'all think about them doing content together? Get in the comments and let me know. Should that be off limits for Ralo since he called out people for hanging with alleged cooperators before? Woody is somebody who openly cooperated and now he's hanging with him. What do y'all think about that, man? If Ralo felt like the game done him dirty, he felt like he was branded as a snitch even though he wasn't, does that give him the right to kind of go against what he said before, man? Get in the comments and let me know. Urban Artificial Intelligence, strategic thinking media platform. I'm going to see y'all in the next episode. Peace.